Add convenience and a little bit of luxury to your home with a lift from the Residential Lift Company. Australian made and locally designed, these award-winning lifts are a great addition to any home. Residential Lift Company. Choose your lifestyle lift.
Some of our first customers were taking a big risk because it was a new product on the market and we were going to make a hole in their floor and they didn't know whether the outcome would work for them or not. So one of our clients specified that if the lift didn't work, we would take it out and replace the house to its original condition. Fortunately, it did work.
When I worked with the hydro, my job was to supply construction equipment. I'll work out how they're going to build these fancy RDs that they cooked up so that they had to use the minimum amount of concrete and the minimum resistance for the water to go through. And in that, I had to lift and lower and move people around sites. I had to bring them down into shafts, I had to lift them up on towers and see, because whenever you make something, you've got to have people there. And so when I retired the second time, my son said to me, "You know, Dad, I think that you've moved a lot of people around and you'd know about these. I think it's a great idea to have a lift in the houses because I think that's an emerging market that's not there at the moment." And so we started, and so I said, all right, so we thought about the lift as we renovated our house and plastered it and did everything that needed to be done. And then when we finished it, we quietly started working on, we had quietly started to sketch things together on the lift and work it out. And one of the things is that we didn't want a hydraulic lift because from our work with the equipment design, I knew the problem with hydraulics, that there's always a lot of wear on it and it's always noisy because each one of the pistons of the pump goes through and it's like a motor car. You hear the pistons still going through. You can put a lot of padding on it, but you can still hear it going boom, boom, boom. And so it would always be noisy. And so we settled on an electric system, which was contrary to all the other home lifts. And then we decided that maybe we can make it like an airplane, where the motor is part of the car. It's not something that is pulled on from another place, and make it all compact. And this was a lot of work because we had to make the whole lift like an airplane, light enough to carry itself by the motor. And the motor had to carry it and everything had to come in. And the other big challenge was to get the motor and everything in a little bit of room that you have got above your door to the ceiling. And that's what the hoist had to fit in. And the motor had to fit in this space, very dedicated, small, narrow space. And it took quite a bit of work to work out how to do it, to get all the limit switches in it, to get all the safety gear worked out together that it all fitted in there in one little parcel. But it's done it and it works fine and it's just beautiful.
Peter took 2 or 3 years to do all the planning for the lift and experimenting with different sizes and procedures and with the electrical engineer helping. And then they did the prototype in our house and that was quite interesting. And when they were pleased, we started manufacturing it on a very small scale, a very limited scale. I think in the first 2 years we only sold 24 lifts. And now, of course, we can hardly keep up with demand. So that was a really great experience to start from the beginning and see it progress to the stage it's at now.
One of the beauties of the company is that it's not all housed in one big multi-company, but it's in so many different people that have had the chance to try their hand and to do different things and to work to their ability in that area. That's been a really thing that's a blessing to me, makes me feel good. I haven't got a great multinational company, but I've got a company that employs and brings blessing not only to the clients, but also to the people that make it. And this is what I really want, is to help people stay in their home, help them to be safe.